Hello everyone, I am Samrat Saha, TGT Social Science KV Madhupur. Welcome to my channel Geoscience Point. After a long time I have come in this stage due to some technical faults. I was unable to upload some videos, but after that all of you will get videos sequentially. So stay with us and subscribe our channel Geoscience Point. Today our topic is Economics Chapter 2, Sectors of Indian Economy. And in this topic we shall discuss the following topics. So first of all, just take a view on it. Three basic activities of Indian economy. We shall know about the three basic activities. Second, comparison among them with GDP. That means comparison among the primary, secondary and tertiary activities with the concept of GDP. Third, historical changes of sectors and the rising of tertiary sectors with its causes. The tertiary, from the primary to tertiary sectors have been developed based on time. We shall know about it. Fourth one, unemployment in primary sector and its remedial steps. How does unemployment occur? What are the types of unemployment in primary sectors and how we have overcome it? How the problems can be overcome? So these are the examples: TPAP, NREGA, Manrega जिसको कहते हैं, right to work. These are the different activities or steps taken for unemployment eradication. And last one is types of the sectors, based on different types, based on owner and based on ownership and based on appointment. That is the basic two types of sector. So we shall know about it. So these are the basic topics we shall discuss today. So we have already discussed the 6 points, basic points which covers the chapter. We have already told about it. Now we are starting discussion on it. If we cover the 6 basic points, then we shall cover this chapter easily. So let's start the point 1 and point 2, the basic 3 economic activities and their comparison. So what is economic activity? If we say any activities which includes economical assistance or economical matters, that is economic activity. There are basically 5 types of economic activities: primary, secondary, tertiary, quaternary and quinary. But we shall discuss in this chapter only 3 economic activities. These are primary, secondary and tertiary. Primary means, prima means the first stage. Any activity which relates the natural resources and its exploitation and its uses, that is primary activity. Example, agriculture, fishing, mining, lumbering, any kinds of the activities, whatever deals with the nature and natural resources, that comes under primary activity. Most of the underdeveloped and developing countries follows this activity basically. India as a developing country, India is also follows the primary activities. Most of the people in India are related with or joined with this activity. Near about 70% of total population related with or dependent on the primary activities, that is agriculture, mining, fishing, lumbering, etc. Okay. Now comes to secondary activity. What is secondary activity? Any activities which is related to manufacturing or production of new goods, that is secondary activity. Example, industry. All the industrial activities comes under secondary activity. Why? Because only industry is a space where different kinds of nature or natural products produced from the primary activities is processed and it is created as a new final goods with the help of technology. That means there is a process of transformation. That's why Industry comes under secondary activities. In India, near about 5 to 10% of total population, of total working population depended on secondary activity, secondary economic activity. So first is agriculture, second is industry, and third economic activity, that is tertiary sector, which means any sector which provides services or emergency services or communication system. Any activities, any economic activity which provides economic services or communication system, that is tertiary economic activity. Example, tertiary economic activity example, banking sector, giving services by giving money or taking money from common people. Transport and communication, help people to move from one place to another place, to contact with each other. All these things comes under tertiary activity. In India, there are 15 to 20% of total population dependent on tertiary economic activities, and only this activity, this is the sign of a developed country. In which country most of the working population depended on tertiary and secondary economic activity, basically tertiary economic activity, that particular country can be treated as a developed country. But in primary activity, which country most of the working population depended on primary, this comes under underdeveloped or developing country. Clear? So these are the basic three economic activities, and from these we can easily differ among these activities. Tertiary activities is the joining of primary and secondary economic activity by giving monetary help through transport and communication and other technological advancements. It joins or it communicates these two activities. That means these two activities totally dependent on tertiary economic activity. So primary economic, totally natural based. Secondary, it is industry, it is a process material. Taking from primary products, it is processed and creates a new material. It is a manufacturing method. And third, tertiary, it is a service providing economic activity. Clear? These are the basic three activities and its differences. Okay. Now we shall discuss the rising importance of tertiary activity, tertiary economic activity. So what is tertiary economic activity? We have already discussed. Now, if we see the historical backgrounds of India, then we will see that India, as usual, a agriculture based country. In India in 1971, 90% people depended on agriculture. But now in 2011, there is near about 70% people dependent on agriculture. So why? That means where is the rest 20%? That particular 20% has come to in secondary sector and tertiary sector. But if we see the comparison in between secondary and tertiary, we shall found that now in tertiary sector there is near about 20%, and in secondary sector there is near about 10% of people are appointed or attached with this economic activity. 10% of what? 10% of total working population. 20% of what? 20% of total working population. So why this increment? Why this increase? Because there are 2 or 3 basic reasons of this increase of this percentage of working population. What are the basic reasons? First one, we can say that service providing. Tertiary sector provides services like emergency service, maybe situation based service like hospital, electricity, banking, economy, everything, all the services, transport and communication, all the services are done by tertiary sector. That's why most of the people tries to join this sector. Second one, communicator of primary and secondary. PRIM, primary plus secondary. That means tertiary sector communicates these two economic activities, primary and secondary. How? Through transport and communication, through banking's economic system, it communicates these two different activities. Third one is high income level. The income level in tertiary sector is higher than the previous two economic activities because it is a service providing activity and it is a high paid salary activity. In agriculture, laborers and all the farmers get low wages and their income is lower. In secondary sector, all the laborers also get low wages, but in tertiary sectors, any laborers or any workers, whoever work in this sector, get comparatively higher wages. And last one, fourth is, it is a growing industry. The previous two activities, primary and secondary activities, depended on different factors like natural factors as well as minerals, other location, markets, labor, etc. But these activities is a growing industry. There is no such factors can affect the developmental growth of this activity. That's why due to these four reasons, tertiary activities are rising and it has a many importance than the previous activities. Okay, now we shall discuss the unemployment in agriculture and its eradication program. We have already discussed that nowadays the percentage of workers are increasing in tertiary sectors and secondary sectors because India is developing. And from previous era, there is a changing pattern of working structure from primary towards secondary and tertiary. So why is it happening? Just because of the problems occurred in agricultural sector for the workers. What are the problems? The problem of unemployment. What are the basic types of unemployments are found in agricultural sector? Three basic types of unemployments are found in agricultural sector. Number one is seasonal unemployment, number two is disguised unemployment, and number three is economical unemployment. What is seasonal? In a particular season there is a cropping season, but in another season there is totally banned season. So in cropping season most of the people can get work. They work as a labor, work as a farmer, whatever. They get work. But in another season when there is a no cropping season, the people become unemployed. So these types of unemployment is called seasonal unemployment. In a particular season, which types of unemployments occur? That is seasonal unemployment. It is found in agricultural sector. Basically, it's tropical and subtropical region where jutes and paddies are cultivated in that particular land. There is no other cultivation is done in the other season. So these types of problems occur there. Second one is disguised unemployment. What are the types of unemployment? Disguised means if suppose in a particular land to produce a particular unit of crops, 10 laborers are needed. But still in spite of needing 10 laborers, 15 or 20 laborers are working. So the excess amount of laborers, the 5 and 10 number of laborers, whatever is excess, these will be treated as disguised unemployment. That means there is no utilization of their activity of their works. So these are the found throughout the year in agricultural sector. And economical unemployment, due to less income, due to less profit, most of the agricultural fields, agricultural farmers cannot appoint more laborers. This is called economical unemployment. So see that these are the basic three types of unemployment found in agriculture. So to eradicate this problem, to remove this problem in rural India, government have taken different initiatives, different steps to eradicate unemployment. Suppose Manrega. I hope all of us we are familiar with this term, Manrega or MGNREGA 2005. It's an important activity or important step taken by Government of India. Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. These are the full form of Manrega. Okay, MGNREGA or we can say only NREGA. 2005, in 2005, 100 days work. 100 days work in a year. Assurance of 100 days work minimum for labor for a poor people in rural India was assured by Government of India with different projects, maybe in cultivation, maybe in pond digging, maybe in roads making, whatever, through different types of activities. 100 days work was assured by the government. That particular project was known as Manrega or MGNREGA 2005. It is an important part. Mind it for your board exam. It may become for as a short notes or 3 marks question, Manrega or MGNREGA 2005. Second one is Right to Work. It is also a project taken by Government of India 2003. There was also assurance of work in rural India or poor people. RLEGP, Rural Legal Employment Guarantee Program. This was a program taken by Government of India for the poor people below poverty level people in rural India by assuring them at least 15 days or 15 days work in a month. So these are the basic 3 steps taken by government for rural Indian unemployment. Okay, so these are the steps, these are the unemployment pattern, and these are the steps taken by Government of India. Okay, now we shall discuss the last topic of this chapter, that is types of sectors. We have already known different sectors of Indian economy, that is primary, secondary, tertiary, based on its contained material, based on its basic resources. There are 3 or 5 types we have discussed. But now based on employment and based on ownership, there is also basic 2 division of sectors. So what are the sectors? Based on employment, there are basic 2 sectors, organized sector and unorganized sector. There may be a question in board exam, difference between the 2 sectors. Organized sector means which sectors provides their workers security, time-wise salary, etc. different facilities. These are known as organized sector. They comes in an organized way. Example, job in a government sector. Any job persons in government or private or undertaken in any sectors, they work, they get a particular salary monthly wise. They get different facilities like GPF, after retirement, pension, etc. So they are organized sectors worker. And secondly, unorganized sector, which workers, they have no organization, they don't work in a government or any private sector, they have their own undertakings, they have their own works like labor, any unorganized labor, mason, carpenter, etc. Blacksmith, goldsmith, any home lady worker. So all there comes under unorganized sector. They have no particular salary. They have no facilities of life leading facilities like GPF, pension after retirement, any medical facilities, is nothing. So all these comes under unorganized sector. So government are taking different steps to make organized all the unorganized sector by providing some pensions, by providing monetary assistance in municipal area, in rural areas. By helping like this, governments are taking steps for the unorganized sector's worker. And based on ownership, public, private and undertaking. There are 3 basic ownership. Public means governments, any government organization, that's suppose railway. These are the government, directly government undertaking projects or industry taken by Government of India. So this is a public based economic sectors. Private, suppose Jio company, Jio Mobile, Reliance, these are the particular entrepreneurship of any particular person. This is called the private. It is an initiative of a particular private organization. Okay, so this is a private ownership based sector. Now undertaking, it is a communication of these two both sector where there is also a share of private personality and also share of government entrepreneurship. This is known as undertaking sector. Like say Steel Authority India Limited, there is also share of both of them. So these are the three basic types of sectors in Indian economy based on ownership, and these are the two basic types of sector in Indian economy based on employment. So that's all in this chapter. This was an overview and also a basic discussion on this chapter. If you read the NCERT textbook, and I shall also provide notes in our next video, so you will get your concept clear. Okay. Now from this part you can also do some basic types of question. What are the basic types of question? You can also do some basic types of question from this part. Which may also important for your board exam. Assessment question. First one, differentiate the primary and tertiary sector for 3 marks. Why are the tertiary sector increasing? 5 marks. Differentiate organized and unorganized sectors for 3 marks. You can also solve these basic 3 questions from this chapter as an assessment question. Then you will understand your study level. Okay? Thank you. That's it.